Hello, this is Chad Stewart with InSync Corporation. Today we'll be showing a brief demonstration of our Legislative Data Assignment application for government relations. The LDA application consists of two primary elements, the importer tool and the data provided by a leading advocacy data provider. We developed this solution by listening to our clients who wanted to utilize the inherent toolset of iMIS in order to handle their grassroots and advocacy needs in the organization. Specifically, our clients wanted to use the inherent communication tools like word merge in forms and or iMail to reach out to their constituents with detailed, personalized information about their government relation officials to alert them about pending legislation which would impact the respective organization's mission. The intent of this particular presentation is to provide a detailed overview of the capabilities of LDA and how it integrates with the iMIS engagement management system today. I am turning over the presentation now to Mark Jones, who will walk us through the presentation.
Thank you, Chad. Well, a couple of things that we want to take a quick look at in this brief presentation. One, of course, is the importer. When we get the data from our leading provider, we have to get it into the iMIS system so we can use that for grassroots, for communication, and other forms of data. It's a very simple process that we walk through as we get these quarterly releases that come out with new updated congressional information and district information. We go through a very simple process of initializing the data, in other words, creating all the data tables in the back end of the iMIS database so we can store that data where it can populate across the constituent records and create new legislative records as well. Then we go through a simple import process, importing those legislative data codes, the committee information that's assigned to those legislators, county information, legislator information, and the update zip codes in which the representatives are stored into their districts. As we go through an update process, we'll update the legislators, we'll update existing records with updated information. Also, if any legislators have dropped or no longer in their particular position, then we'll be removing them and marking those as inactive. Also, updating the member records, tying those constituents to those particular individual members in the database or constituents in the database. Also updating committee information as well and the relationships. And the final options, through the administrative tools of the importer, be able to select how we grab new legislators. Are we going to classify them as a legislative member type or record type in the system? Are we going to track those primary legislator addresses to like the capital or to district? And which specific address we're going to tie for the actual member or record in the database, constituent in the database. Are we going to track that to their home address or a different address? A couple of requirements that are very important to have in the system. One is a relationships module, which will be a requirement, as well as making sure each of your records are updated with AccuMail or some other postal verification software that gets the ZIP +4. So that's a real simple process that we go through on using our legislative data importer. Now let's take a look at what the records actually look like within the iMIS database. As we can see here in the iMIS database, we've got Mark Jones and his particular constituent record that's in the database. Over to the right-hand side, we have some new customized tabs that we have included in the process. One is the U.S. Congressional tab, State House tab, State Senate tab, and a legislator tab. As the data populates, we'll see information about our information at the U.S. national level and congressional level. We've got an example here, District 12 with Kay Granger and her contact information. If you have State House or state data and have purchased that data, then we can get down to the State House and State Senate. So we can see in this particular case, Lon Burnham is tied to Mark Jones in District 90, and Jane Nelson is a state senator in Mark's district as well. At the bottom of the screen in the relationship, you'll see at the constituent level, it shows each of the legislators that are assigned by that district to Mark Jones. As we can see, Jane Nelson, Kay, and Lon are showing in his relationship as well. If I click on Jane's record and go ahead and open up her record, we'll see a number of things from Jane's standpoint. One, we'll be able to see that we have a couple of new address options that are here, the district and the capital address, so we can see her district address, where she's located in Grapevine, Texas, as well as a capital address for her office in Austin, Texas. As we look over to the right, under the legislator tab, we'll also see more information about Jane. We'll see when this particular session year is, and we update the LDA on quarterly, so we show which quarter that we've updated the data as well. The party in which she represents, her legislative type, her district, and we can also see a listing of committees as they're stored in. Senate Committee on Nominations, Finance, Health and Human Services, and on Government Organization. So all that information is there. You'll also notice other demographic fields. These are not populated through the LDA data set in which we provide. However, there's additional fields that you can use using the normal iMIS customized tools to allow you to store more information about that legislator and maybe in that particular time frame in which you want to store notes, whether it be bills that Jane authored or bills that she supported or opposed or other voting records that you may want to have. By taking this information, you can expose this information to your website or through normal communication channels to specifically target that to your constituents. The last thing we'll show is down at the bottom of the screen. As you can see, for each legislator that we have, we show all the constituents, whether they're individuals or organizations, that are tied to that particular legislator. Chad, that concludes my demonstration. I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Mark. Now that you've seen the power of the LDA application today, you can easily see how this product can extend the data and be utilized in a self-service fashion by your members to promote call to actions on your website as well. We want to thank you very much for your time today, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to MSync Corporation for this particular solution as well as others we have developed as well. Thank you.